Hello everybody, and welcome to this episode of Sharon's Home and Garden. Today I'm going to be preparing this bed to be planted. Now unfortunately I'm not going to be able to plant this bed because I'm having dirt delivered tomorrow for another project, and this bed is sorely in need of some more soil. It has just settled over the years and now it really needs to be filled up. So I could plant it like this. I mean, it'd be fine because I still have 1.5 feet of soil in it, but I want to top it off. So join me for this episode as we prepare my raised bed for planting. So I have my garden buddy here. You can't see her, but she's down here. Every year in the winter time, I take all the leaves that are on my property, which isn't a whole lot, but it's enough, and I put them in my gardens, and I let them mulch up. And let them break down as the winter goes on. This dry stuff that's on the top, I end up just taking off and throwing it in my compost pile, and the damp stuff that looks like it is broken down, I will work that into the soil. So tomorrow I'm going to be getting a load of soil. Basically I'm going to be putting in an earth garden, and I want to amend the soil that's there with the soil that I'm getting, and then I'm going to put enough in here to get that raised up as well. So let's get going, shall we? Underneath this leaf, there's a dry layer on top, and then there is this nice, rich, damp beginning of this leaf mold. It smells so good. I should make that into a candle smell. So this stuff that's been damp and wet, I am going to leave in here and dig down and just work into the soil. And then all the dry stuff I'm going to take up and put in my compost pile. One of the things I have to be careful about is I have a sprinkler system, not sprinkler, drip irrigation in here. And so I have to be careful not to mess with that. We've been getting a lot of rain here, as has a lot of the country, but I know there's going to come a day when it's just going to stop. So the rest of this, look at all the worms in here. Look at this, just in one shovelful. Worm there, worm there. Anybody need some night crawlers? You must love that leaf mold. I'm not going to dig down real deep because I'm going to be putting a good 4 inches of soil on the top here. And then I take one of these little hand hose and just even it out. There. I'll finish doing that for the rest of the bed. There we go. All nice and even. Now, this bed doesn't need as much soil as I thought it needed, so I'll just put a couple inches in here. And it should be set for the summer. That is it for now. Even though today is a beautiful day, we have had some lousy weather here. And the soil is really cold. Before this last week, I stuck a thermometer in my soil and it was 55 degrees. So that solarization that I was gonna do, I don't know if that'll get up to temperature by Memorial Day weekend. We'll see. We will see. I will see you back here in a few days and we can get this bed planted. So quickly before my neighbor starts mowing again, I have amended the soil in this bed with some leftover mix that I had from another project. It is purple cow and topsoil basically. And then I've marked here where I'm going to put in my celery. I can't put it out yet because we have one more night where we're expecting very cold temps. And then over here I have put in radishes and spinach, 4 different kinds of spinach. They are going in this middle section here. And then the end of this bed, I'm going to plant onions. Spinach is all in and watered. And the onions are all in. Now I've got these pretty close. But I've got onions that I planted from seeds, onions that I planted from sets, and onions from Home Depot. So we'll see how they grow differently. And I planted them close so I could pick them and have like spring onions. You know, there's just the little smaller onions. So I will thin them out as they grow. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Sharon's Home and Garden, planting up this raised bed. You can fit quite a bit in this raised bed. It is 3 feet by 12 feet and it is 24 inches deep. And I usually put things in here that I want protected because it is completely encased in chicken wire. So that's one of the reasons why I put my onions in here, because every year they get knocked over. So now the dogs can't get them, the squirrels can't get them, the chipmunks can't get them. So hopefully I'll get some onions this year. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Sharon's Home and Garden. If you like what you saw here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And always remember, be it ever so humble, there's no place like home. Happy gardening, everybody. Bye-bye.